Unexpected things that coffee drinkers would probably like to know. 1. There is no such thing as strong coffee. As it turns out, there is no such thing as strong coffee. It's impossible to evaluate the strength of coffee. Coffee is evaluated by many different parameters. 2. The right time for coffee. If you drink coffee in order to feel refreshed, you need to choose the right time. You can determine the time by the cortisol level in the body. Most people have a high cortisol level between 8 a.m. and 9 a.m. The next peak is between 12 a.m. and 1 p.m. And the last one is from 5:30 p.m., 6:30 p.m. It's better to drink coffee after you start feeling tired. After the last peak, it's not recommended to drink coffee again if you want to be able to fall asleep that night. 3. Interaction with medications. German scientists found out that the interaction between caffeine and analgesics increases their effects. 4. The duration of the effect. If you drink a cup of coffee at 9 a.m., by 1 p.m., there will be only 100 milligrams of coffee left in your system. But if you drink it after 3 p.m., it may help you stay refreshed till nighttime. 5. Ground coffee lives for 15 minutes. If you grind fresh coffee beans, don't leave it alone, but rather, try to drink it within 15 minutes. After this time, it loses the flavor. Its taste changes, and you won't be able to distinguish it from different types of coffee by this time. 6. How coffee is produced. In order to produce 2 pounds of coffee, you need to harvest 2 trees. A coffee tree grows for about 3 years before you can harvest it. 7. The valve on the package. By pushing the valve, you can check the flavor of coffee and tell a fresh product from an old one. But it's not its main function. The fact that there is a valve means that coffee was packed right after grinding and roasting. A pound of coffee gives off a lot of carbon dioxide after frying, so if there is no valve on the pack, it will explode. 8. Coffee influences the results of doing sports. Caffeine increases the adrenaline levels in the body and frees fatty acids from adipose tissue, which leads to the best results in those who drink coffee before training or working out. 9. Coffee used to be eaten. Because coffee is produced from fruit, it's no wonder that it wasn't used as a drink in the beginning. African people used to mix animal fat with ground coffee berries to make some kind of a paste. They'd make a ball and eat it in order to get energy. 10. Making coffee. Many people think that the stronger the flavor and the darker the color, the more caffeine there is in the coffee. But coffee roasting doesn't influence the amount of caffeine in it. The levels stay the same. During roasting, moisture evaporates from the bean, making them appear